Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. Hey, first and foremost, before I get started with my lesson, I would like to turn to the east and give all glory and all honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Bahadash. I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. Hey, peace and love to the hopeful elect, to the man out here pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity. Hey, peace and love to the one-third remnant, to the men, women, and children who believe wholeheartedly on this message, okay, which comes from the tribes of Jacob, okay, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, and so forth. All right, I'm the Akia of Matazah. Hey, coming to you with a little quick hit before I hit this plantation, man. And like I say, hey, Lord will, you sincere was be edified, okay? All right, and I'm gonna go straight into it, okay? Because, hey, our power exists and our power sees everything, beholding the wicked and the good. So, hey, we gotta make sure that we walk in straights, okay? Doing the best that we can up in this while we in this captivity until we go back home. Lord will be partakers of that partaking, man. Okay, and I got this scripture right here. I'm gonna start it off. It's Proverbs 16 and 7. It says, "When a man ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him." Okay, and that's why it's important to walk straights. Okay, to do the will of the Heavenly Father, man, not your own will. Okay, because people in this world, they think they have free will and they don't. Okay, because you're still subject to these payments. Okay, and you don't control nothing. Okay, so that's why, hey, we got to make sure that we do the thing that's pleasing to the Lord, and they have been made known unto us. All right, let me go get what's that? Baruch. What's that? Baruch. Salaki. Baruch and 4 and 4, it says, "O Israel, Yasharallah, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known to us." Okay, like uh, putting out that old man and old woman, okay, and repenting and coming back and obeying the Most High and keeping His commandment. That's the whole duty of man, according to Ecclesiastes. I think 12 and 13, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, like we gotta fear Yahweh Shemar Shah. We gotta keep His commandments, man, in order for us to, have a chance in this thing. Look, in order for you to have a chance, not saying that you're gonna be 100% gonna make it, because we don't know who gonna make it. We don't know who gonna be delivered. We don't know who gonna be destroyed. So that's why we gotta walk straightly. That's why I say Proverbs 16 and 7, when a man's ways please the Lord. Okay, and like I say, we have to fear Yahweh Shemar Shah, and we have to keep these commandments, man. Okay, it says, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known to us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies." So you gotta think about it. How did we move the Lord to wrath? Okay, like it's all up and down through this book. Okay, um that's why obedience is better than sacrifice. Okay, and it's telling you right here in the next verse. It says, "For ye provoke him that made you by sacrifice. For ye provoked him that made you by sacrifice unto devils and not to the Most High." So, hey, we can't be sacrificing to these false idols, man, to these powers that don't uh have no power, to these false powers that don't have no power. Okay, because hey, what it say in verse 8? Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. Okay, and that's why we have to be obedient, man. You know, we always trying to sacrifice. You know, like the Lord still watching us. Yeah, we can't do all the laws and statutes and commandments, but hey, we can try. We can. Hey, we gon' hold up. Let me go. Let me go get this too. Let me go get this. I think it's in Baruch too. What is that? No, this not. This not what I want. This not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. Let me go back to the blue letter. Yeah, man. But hey, the Lord's still watching everything. Like just because we got chains on our brains, you know, they just took the chains off our ankles and our wrists, and they just put them on your brain, so you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, when the Lord come as a thief in the night, hey, He gonna catch you off guard. That's what us hopeful elect we doing. Lord willing, we be part of that, and us believers, hey, we gonna be doing the thing that's pleasing to the Lord, man. Okay. What's that? Where I'm at? Where I'm at? What's that? I had it. First Samuel 15. Salaki. First Samuel 15. Look, Saul disobedience. Look, look. This is First Samuel. This is First Samuel. I'm gonna start at uh verse 19. It said, "Wherefore didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord Yahweh?" And Saul said unto Samuel, "Yeah, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord Yahweh, and have gone the way which the Lord had sent me, and had brought Ain, Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which shall have been destroyed, which shall have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord Yahweh thy power in Gilgal." And Samuel said, "Have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord Yahweh? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken means listen, okay, than the fat of rams." It says, "For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord Yahweh, He have also rejected thee from being king." So you can see, okay, when you read this chapter, hey, uh, uh, Samuel had replied in verse 22 NLT. It said, "But what is more pleasing to the Lord, your burnt offerings and sacrifices, or your obedience to His voice? Listen, obedience is better than sacrifice, and submission is better than offering the fat of rams." So look, that's why we have to be obedient, man. You have to literally walk on eggshells, or you get cast out this thing, man. You know, speaking to myself first and foremost. You know, like it don't about. It's not about what the Lord bless you with. It's not about what you have attained. You still have to be obedient, man. Okay, and look, I'm gonna read that Proverbs again. You know, Proverbs 16. It says, "When a man ways please the Lord, He maketh even his enemies to be at peace to him." So, like, look, hey, I'm just going into like how when a man's way please the Lord, He even make his enemies to be at peace with him. Okay, because hey, what's another way? How can we please the Lord? This is Hebrews 11:6. It says, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. So look, we gonna have to have faith, okay, in order for us to please the Lord, in order for to make our enemies be at peace. You know what I'm saying? With us. And then on top of that, we have to be obedient, man. Okay, in order for us to be pleasing to the Lord. But how do we be obedient? We gotta have faith. Okay, it takes faith to be obedient, man. Okay? It says Hebrews 11:6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Okay? And this whole little chapter right here, look, it goes into the triumphs of faith. Okay, but it's telling you right here, man, it's impossible to please the Most High with. Oh, sorry. It's impossible to please the Most High, you know what I'm saying, without faith, man. So, hey, we got to continue, to do those things, that's pleasing unto the Lord, man. Okay? Like, we're in the times right now to all hell breaking loose. So, what you got to do, you got to seek, what it say? He is a what? It said you must believe that the Most High, that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. A rewarder, man. So we got to do the things so we can constantly get rewarded in our spirit, constantly being built up for the time to come. Because what's coming? The hour of temptation, the implantable device, man. Where we're going to have to be cast out this society, man. You ain't finna be running around with the masses. You can't. The Lord watching you, seeing if you've been trusting in his word or you just been disobedient. Okay, and like I say, obedient. What it say in 1 Samuel 15:22? Samuel told him, hey, obedience is better than sacrifice. So why sacrifice and be stubborn, you know what I'm saying, not listen to the Lord word just because you want to put your feelings involved, but it's not even about you. Okay? Speak to myself first and foremost. And you Akim and Akwaf. Okay? We all, you know what I'm saying, been through that, but that's why the Lord and brung us out that darkness, man. Okay? And we now know the things that are pleasing. Okay? And let me see. Let me go get that Micah 6. Yeah, it's Micah 6 and point a little down, but I'm gonna read on. It said, this is Micah 6:1. It said, hear ye now what the Lord saith. Arise, contend thou before the mountains, and let thy ears hear thy voice. Hear ye, O mountains, the Lord Yahweh's controversy, and ye strong foundations of the earth. For the Lord Yahweh have a controversy with his people, and he will plead with Israel. Look, the Lord said he gonna bring charges against us, man. Hey, Lord, sick of us, man. Look, watch this. Verse 3, O my people, what have I done unto thee? And wherein have I word thee? Testify against me. NLT, it said, O my people, what have I done to you? What have I done to make you tired of me? Answer me. Look, the Lord like, answer me. Lord like, man, come on, man. What y'all talking? What's wrong with y'all? Verse 4. For I brought thee up out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed thee out of the house of servants. And I sent before thee Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, man. O my people, remember now what Balak, king of Moab, consulted, and what Balaam, the son of Beor, answered him from Shittim unto Gilgal, that ye may know the righteousness of the Lord Yahweh. Look, key point. What the Most High requires of man, wherewithal shall I come before the Lord Yahweh and bow myself before the high power? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a 1-year-old? It says, would the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams or with 10,000s of rivers of oil? Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression, the fruit of my body for the sin of my soul? This point, it said, he have showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord Yahweh require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy power. Okay? And the only one that's gonna do justly is gonna be the elect, man. Okay? And the only one that's gonna love mercy is gonna be the elect, man. And to walk humbly, and the only one that's gonna be walking humbly with that power is gonna be the elect and the 1/3 remnant. It's all it's about. It's all who the Lord coming for. And those the one that love to do, those one that doing justly and love mercy and walking humbly with that power, y'all about your mouth shot. Hey, hey, those the ones that sign and crying, like it said in Ezekiel, uh, Ezekiel 9:4, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get that, cause you not signing and crying, you want this place to keep going. Yep, that's what it is. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Okay? Because see, look, those the ones, hey, those the ones that's gonna be being obedient to the Lord word. Okay, those the ones that's gonna be doing justly, loving mercy, and walking humbly. Okay? So like I say, hey, we have the cheat codes and the downloads to do the thing that's pleasing to the Lord, and all we got to do is hearken on to Him, listen to these words of our apostles and our elders and our teachers. Okay, and everything gonna map out right. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna read that Proverbs 16 again. I'm gonna close it out because that's the point. Okay, when a man's ways, Proverbs 16:7, when a man ways please the Lord Yahweh, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. And that's what we're gonna come into a time to, you know, our enemies finna be surrounded us, like considering Revelation 12. You know, when the enemy come in like a flood, having great wrath, man. Okay, so hey, we gotta continue doing the thing that's pleasing to the Lord. So hey, our enemies gonna be at peace with us. The Lord gonna have their spirit change around, and you know, let you get out of a facility or you know, somewhere like the Lord can, man. The Lord powerful, man. It's gonna be something we never experienced before. But that's why, you know, we gotta just hold on to what we have and let no man take our crown and continue to pray and continue to watch, like Big Bro say. Okay? So, Lord will, you sincerely will edify in the spirit. Okay? That was the point. And continue, stay in the faith, and always watch and pray. So with that, I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bahadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well and teach well. Peace and love to the hopeful elect, to the men out here pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Peace and love to the 1/3 remnant. All right, till the next time, Yahweh Ratazah. Hey, Shalom, Bob, and Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.